I there? If I'm here or not because I can't see myself. Um, I'm here now. I don't get it. Drawing a butterfly says hi. Hello, drawing butterfly. Nice to hear from you. Um, this StreamYard thing is weird. It's taken 5 minutes for me to get on here. I haven't got a clue how it works. I've got to really look into it. But thank you very much for joining me. This is Ted's quick beer review. Hello, mate. Nice to see you. What's in store tonight, bud? Hopefully, beer. Drawing butterfly. Hello, mate. So let's get these comments on. We're gonna show them like we do because I like this stream. Terry's quick beer review. If I can get it up, is he gonna come? Hello, Jonathan. What's in store tonight, bud? Terry, let's talk about beer. Let's talk about the stuff which we love. I'm not going to comment on anything to do with anything else tonight. Terry, tell me what you've been drinking lately. Tell me exactly what you've liked so far. So cheers for joining me, mate. Drawing butterfly. Got a comment. See what comes up. If I can show it. Because this is a weird thing. Hello, Drawing Butterfly. Please subscribe to my channel and I shall subscribe to you. Nice one. So, got a bit of hiccup now. As ever. So it's coming up. Supping a nice landlord. Timothy Taylor. Lovely stuff. Big fan of Landlord. Excuse me for the hiccups. Got hiccups. Big fan of the Landlord. It's lovely stuff. It really is. It's very much a very traditional Yorkshire beer, which the Bolt Maker and the Ram Tam are fantastic. Love them to death, Terry. The beer, I've got hiccups now. I've been drinking a few. Let's say that. The beer I've got, Terry, is that one. Well, we can come up there. So if you can see that, is it there? There, Cucumber and sour. I don't know if you're a big fan of sour beers, Terry. They're an acquired taste, to be honest. But yeah, I quite like this one. It's rather nice. I'll see if I can get rid of me hiccups through it as well, because hiccups are a pain in the arse after you've had a few beers, isn't they? Still got the hiccups. Don't matter. Let's see what Terry's come up with next. Oh, got hiccups. Terrible hiccups. So that one. Is it going to come up? Terry's quick beer review says I was drinking Canterbury Ales IPA. Very sweet. I've never had anything from Canterbury Ales, but I have been to Canterbury on numerous occasions. It's a lovely place. I have to say, it's a lovely place, Canterbury. It reminds me of York. York and Canterbury are very much similar. But I've never had any of them. But I hope you're enjoying it, Terry. I really do. It's got something else coming up now. Can show it. Sours are horrible. Then acquired taste. I'm hit and miss with them, I'll be honest. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It depends on what's in them, to be honest. That's my own opinion. Sometimes you can get a really, really crap sour. This one is drinkable. You might not like them, Terry. Let's get that. Where's my camera? You might not like that, but Adnams are fantastic brewer, as you know. So if you want to get into a sour, I really kind of like recommend you to try that one. It works. You get in cucumber, you get a little bit of sourness, but it's not overtly sour. But you know, I can understand what you think about sours because it's not really a. Some people don't think it's really a beer. Um, some people think it's something else. It shouldn't be a beer, but because some sours do feel like just like a soft drink to some, and they're hit and miss really. So you can't really comment on that really. So there you go, Aaron Miller. Yes, I'm all right, mate. How are you? Glad you've joined us. I've got hiccups and I can't get rid of them. So anybody out there knows how to get rid of hiccups like you do, put it in the comments because I can't get rid of the hiccups because they're kind of like there, in my guts, and I just can't get rid of them. I've punch my guts. I've had water, and I just can't get rid of my hiccups. So, boys and girls, tell us if the best way to get rid of hiccups. I've holding my breath, and I still can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of me hiccups. So tell us exactly how to best way to get rid of hiccups. Talk about a man. I'm not going to talk about not tonight. It's beer tonight, Aaron. Just beer because I can't get rid of my hiccups. So anybody, at the end of the day, anybody, hold me breath. I can't get rid of them. This is this problem when you have this problem with you and beer. You just can't get rid of hiccups. Oh, there it is again. I can't get rid of them. So I'll see if I'm down this. Hold me breath. Can I get rid of them? Are they gone? It feels like they're gone. But like with anything, it's kind of like, is it going to come back? At the moment, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Drawing Butterfly has come up with a comment. Drawing Butterfly, Spitfire, £1. What do you think? Spitfire, £1. I can say to you, Drawing Butterfly, Spitfire is a cracking beer for £1. It's a classic beer, Shepherd's Neame, a classic brewer. And I have to say, is it in Lidl or Aldi? Tell us exactly where it is, Drawing Butterfly. And I have to say that Spitfire is well worth the money, whatever the cost is, especially about £1 a bottle. It is, a gateway ale for a lot of people, and I still enjoy it. Spitfire Gold is another cracking beer. So, get hold of it and tell us exactly what you think of it. You heard her and Les Dennis. Here we go. Now this is the way. This is the way of trying to draw it out. You heard her and bringing out a new. Yeah, what's it called, Aaron? Tell us what it's called. The new beer her and Les Dennis are bringing out. I like to know what the Amanda Holdens and Les Dennis beer are bringing out. I like to know that. So let's see what else we've got coming up in the comments, because this is great. I love doing this. See what we've got coming up in the comments. 1991 RPP Yo Yo You. Thank you very much for that comment. 1991 RPP Yo Yo You too. cracking stuff. So let's see what else we've got coming up. Oh, we got a long distance Ryan Bryson Payne without the double barrel name. And I tell you what, he says, hi, look, I'm not a slag. I don't hang around on Junction 40 at T-Bay or whatever, M6. I have to say that these comments which are coming up, I think Terry's quick beer he's gone and done them right. I don't blame him. Have cured my hiccups. So thank you very much for that. So let's see who else has got coming up with a comment. Any comment? See what's coming up. Let's show this one because I like the look of this comment because it's a comment which I thank you very much, Drawing Butterfly. Drawing Butterfly, you are a legend. I haven't heard from you before, so thank you very much for saying that. I will check you out if you got a channel yourself, and I shall subscribe to you. And it's really nice for people to say that I love your channel because it makes people makes you feel great because other people were watching you and stuff. So thank you very much for that, Drawing Butterfly. It's well appreciated as always. It's always nice to do stuff on YouTube and get appreciation for it. Even though sometimes you think yourself nobody's watching you, it's nice that you get a little bit of recognition now and again, and it's good. Keeps it going. It keeps it motivated as well. So thank you for that. Well appreciated, Drawing Butterfly. We got now. It's gonna be low the tone. Mr. Ryan Bryson Payne. Have you ever heard of Sam Sky Knows His Beers? Yes, he has. He has, Drawing Butterfly. He knows his beers. I haven't heard from him in a while because he does comment on this channel. He does comment on the live ones on the Saturday night as well. I will look him up because he wanted to do a beer which from Tesco's. I never really got round to doing it yet, but yes, I know Slime Sky. He knows his beers. Seems like a very nice fella. So yes, I certainly do. And as ever, I always put up the comments, irrespective if it's going to insult me or not. I don't care because Ryan Bryson Payne is a mate, aren't you, Ryan? And he's called me a proper slag. Thank you very much for that, Ryan Bryson Payne. How many Stellas have you had tonight, young man? Tell us exactly, because it's always nice to hear from you as ever on a Saturday night. And I know you're half cut when you put your stuff on. So tell us how much beer you've had so far, as ever. So the beer I'm drinking, I don't know if anybody's still watching me, or 4 people watching me, is the Cucamelon Sour from Adnams. Don't know if you can. It's weird, this camera. I'm drinking at the moment. It's cured me hiccups. So anybody who's got hiccups, who wants something to cure them, I highly recommend you to try that Cucamelon sour, Madams. It's cracking. It does the business. And I'm gonna crack open another beer in a minute, and it's that one. Put that over there. That is the Disco Forklift Truck. So let's see what Aaron Miller has come up with. As always, Aaron Miller comes up with witty things, and I like to show them for the world to see. And this is what makes this format brilliant. Skipping beer tonight onto my second bottle of wine. What are you having? A Sauvignon Pinot Noir, Aaron Miller? Or are you having a Lieb Foul Milk? Black Tower, Blue Nun. That's a cracking wine for us before you go out on a night out. Just drink a bottle of Blue Nun or Black Tower just before you go out on a Saturday night. Gets the old juices going, doesn't it? Tell us exactly what you're drinking, Aaron. I was thinking of doing wine on this channel, but I think nah. I think I'll be too kind of like gone to do that. I think doing wine on channel, it would just kind of like make it so far winded that people start falling asleep. But I think people fall asleep anyway on this channel sometimes, you know. So I'm just going to go in. So cheers, everybody. So beers. I've done some great beers today. I've phoned them out. The ones I'm doing to release next week on reviews, they've been some cracking beers. A disappointed beer, I have to say. So yeah, I heard Morrison's are bringing out a new craft beer range. I know other people have hit the town in Morrison style. Haven't been to Morrison's yet to go like see what beers they're doing and stuff, but I will do at some point in time. I don't know when. But it's like at the moment it's good times. It's great times to be a beer reviewer because there's beers coming out left, right, and centre. There's beers coming out everywhere, and some of them are quality, some of them are pretty naff. But you know, as a whole, it's quite exciting to do what I do because every week there seems to be something new to try. Next week, hopefully, I would be doing some live stuff or maybe a video or two from Brew York if I can get to Brew York. Haven't decided yet. I've got a choice of either going to Brew York or doing something around the Yorkshire Dales. So I'm hopefully going to do that next week. We have a new comment from hopefully a new, well, not a new viewer. I know, well, I know of Eric. Eric, hello. I'm fine, thank you. How are you, sir? I know you're into your music, so tell us what you've been listening to. I've been listening to a lot of rock and roll over the past couple. I've been watching Rock in Rio, actually, to be honest. I did some last night. I watched Iron Maiden last night. Today I watched Helloween and Scorpions. Fantastic. I'll have to go to Rock in Rio. Rock in Rio is brilliant, brilliant stuff. Well shot as well. And if you get the, you know, last night it's just great watching Iron Maiden live on it. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Been, you know, I've followed them for years. Not too keen on the beers they do, but you know, I followed Iron Maiden for years, so it's great watching them in Rio last night. Football today. Spurs got beat by Brighton, so it just kind of comes to the question: what will happen to what's going to happen to Pochettino? So put it in the comments. Let's see what Eric has to say. Eric, is it going to come up? Hope so. It's going to come up. I go to local shows. I love some thrash metal. Yeah, we all do. Where thrash metal's concerned, I went through a phase of, you know, the big four. You know, I like Metallica up to Justice. After that, I thought they were shite, to be honest. But I do like Slayer. Have always been a big favourite of mine. Anthrax have always been a big favourite of mine. Weren't too keen on that much on Megadeth, but you know, I do like a bit of the old thrash metal. See what else. Well, I saw Maiden in August. Great show. That must be on the Legacy of the Beast tour. Yeah, great. Last time I saw them was actually at Dance of Death, I think it was. Dance of Death was last time I saw that. But yeah, not too bad. Let's see what else comes up. See what else comes up. Let's go. Even at crossover, yeah. I haven't heard Municipal Waste for a long time though, Eric. I remember listening to them a while back. I remember DRI. DRI was a good thrash band back in the day. I don't know what happened to them either. But no, fantastic stuff. So yeah, so far tonight we have a nice little chat with whoever's on, which I love doing. try and keep your comments clean. Try and keep your comments productive and entertaining. Any insulting comments will not be reviewed on this live stream. It's just the way it is. You don't go out to insult people, you go out to entertain people. So there you go. That's where the line is drawn on this live stream. So yeah, municipal waste was cool. But I used to listen to Celtic Frost and stuff like that. Scandinavian metal and stuff like that. But it's great seeing Rock in Rio last night. Helloween were fantastic. They've got 2 vocalists now, and Helloween were fantastic. They were kind of like Michael Kiske, and it was fantastic form, like. And the band with like Helloween, you always look towards the early stuff, and they played a lot of the early stuff last night, and it was fantastic. It really was. And Maiden was good. Scorpions were great. They were great. Scorpions were great. But the thing is with Scorpions, Klaus Meine, he's getting a little bit. He's getting old now, Klaus Meine. I noticed it when Scorpions were playing. He's hit 70, and how many lead singers can really hit the notes at 70 is quite amazing, really. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Scorpions. They were great as well. So yeah, Rock in Rio was fantastic. So anybody out there who hasn't watched it, who likes their rock music, go and check out Rock in Rio on YouTube and check them out. I don't know if the Maiden one's on yet. Maiden was live last night, but it was fantastic stuff. So yeah, fantastic stuff. So tell us what you're drinking. Tell us, boys and girls out there, what you're drinking. Especially, what you're drinking at the moment, what you plan to do tonight. Are you going to go out? Are you going to go to a nightclub? Or are you going to just stay in, get a great big takeaway in, and munch to your heart's content? Big noodles, chow mein, or is it a lamb korma? Or is it chicken tikka masala? Tell us in the comments exactly what you're eating tonight, and we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. Your gastronomy tastes, exactly what you're going to be eating. Like you do. So I'm going to carry on drinking this. I reviewed this. I liked it first time round. I'm drinking it now, and I still like it. So there you go. Now it's a cucamelon sour. So if anybody out there who don't know what I'm, get this camera out. Where's the camera? See there? Adnams. Yeah, there you go. I'm enjoying it. So let's see what's going on in the comments. Let's see what's coming up. If I can get it up. Is it going to come up? Oh, is it going to come up? Is it going to come up? Power metal and stuff like that, King Diamond, it's polarizing because people either like or hate the vocal style. Well, I'm a massive Rush fan, Eric. And when you're a massive Rush fan, you like the high notes. You like the high notes. You like Rush. You like Geddy Lee. You like his vocals. And I do like King Diamond because he sings at a high octave as well. So, yes, I do totally agree with you. So, let's see what Terry's quick beer reviews is saying. A nice fried egg sandwich, ketchup, food of the gods. Yes, fried egg sandwich with ketchup. Now, ketchup, really for me, HP sauce is better, Terry. That's just me. It's a bloke thing, HP sauce, isn't it, at the end of the day? So for me, mate, it's got to be HP sauce. But yes, fried egg sandwich, you can't beat that. Pint of Timothy Taylor's Landlord. You got it sussed out, mate. You really have. You got a proper Kentish Saturday night evening meal. That is egg sandwich, Landlord, whatever's on the box, bosh. Happy days, isn't it, mate? Happy days. Actually, tell you, if you're watching, I haven't seen many reviews come up on my feed. So tell us if you're coming up with some of your reviews, mate, because I haven't watched you for a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks now. Tell us if you're reviewing or you're taking a break from it. Let's see what he's come up with. Yeah, it is. HP with bacon is the works. It really is. It's fantastic. Totally agree with you, Terry. HP bacon wallop. Beer with that. Yeah, why not? Proper beer with that, mate. Got to have a proper beer with your HP with bacon. You're gonna have to drink a treehouse today, Eric. I don't know what you're going on about. Me being British, English, so I say I don't know what you're going on about there, Eric. Tell us in the comments. You're gonna drink a treehouse. I don't know what you mean by that. Tell me. But it's good that you are. For me, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking maybe the wood might be a bit dry. Tell us, mate. Tell us exactly what you're drinking. Is it an IPA? Is it a treehouse? Is it something outside in your back garden? You gonna drink it? Tell us. I don't know what you take. I don't know what that means. It's part of the Anglo-American relationship me and you have. I haven't got a clue what you're saying, mate. I haven't got a clue what you're saying. So I'm gonna try and drink this cucumber sour. So, and it's nice. It's nice for a sour. So Terry, if you're watching this, it's cucumber beer, mate. It's cucumber beer. If you like cucumber, well, no one dislikes cucumber, do they? At the end of the day, cucumber is just a nothing thing, really. So, so let's see what Eric has to say. I'll try and not be ignorant, Eric. I'm sorry. I'll try and not be ignorant with your comments. Treehouse Brewing. Right, Treehouse Brewing. Oh, I haven't heard of Treehouse Brewing. Obviously, being English, I will look that up, mate. I'll definitely look that up, and I will have a look. It sounds intriguing, actually. It sounds like something I will be quite interested in. So, thanks for that, mate. Highly, highly, highly will look at that. So, thank you for the heads up, Treehouse Brewing. Let's see what's coming up now. We have a comment from Orbit Snooze, LA Guns, and Comic 7. Hi, boss. I ordered a load of Sun and Steel War Robinsons and another Iron Maiden. Paul's beer waiting today. Apparently, it's got Japanese sake in it. Yes, it has got sake in it. I did review it. You can check out my review for it, Orbit. What can I say about it? Well, it's a nice beer. I thought it was a nice beer. The problem being is that I've never had sake in my life. I've never had sake, so I can't appreciate the fact that it's got sake in it. And that was the point I was making. But apart from that, it is a nice beer. I thought it was quite good, quite tasty. I don't think you'd be disappointed in it. I think you will enjoy it. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Yeah, it's just got a lovely, nice feel to it. It's a nice feel, good feeling beer, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So, Orbit Snoog, thank you for that comment. Me, my personal opinion of Robinsons is that they're a good brewer. They, you know, kind of like do their beers in more of a traditional sense. They kind of like put them in, in bottles, which is traditional these days. Because let's face it, everything seems to be in a can. It seems to be great bright colours on the can, and it will say Depot on it, and it's kind of be over 6%, and it'll be resinous, and it will stick around your mouth, and you swallow it. But Robinsons are slightly different. They're more traditional. They're more English, if you know what I mean. And yeah, great stuff. So let's see what Eric has to say. Hopefully he'll come up. You get Lagunitas in your area. Great stuff for the price. Lagunitas is the Lagunitas IPA, Eric. I really enjoy. You can get it everywhere in England. You can get it in Wetherspoons. You can get it in the supermarkets. It's a great beer to enjoy. I love it. I had the Maximus. Is it Lagunitas Maximus? I weren't too keen on that. I just thought it was very much malt forward in a way. I just didn't think it came up with. I like lots of flavour and hoppy flavours, and for me that didn't really do it for me, mate. But the normal IPA I liked. I really like that. So yeah, it's great stuff. Totally agree with you. And for the price, I think it's about not that dear anyway. Totally agree with you on that. So it is great stuff. So thanks for that. Thanks for that comment, Eric. Go on to the next one. See who comes up. Boom, boom. Orbit Snooze, hello Guns, Comics Heaven. My favourite of theirs is Old Tom, and I have to agree with you. My favourite of theirs is Old Tom too. It's lovely. Have you had the chocolate and the ginger one? The ginger one's nice. I had the chocolate one a while ago, but I never reviewed it. What I like to do is to have all the whole Old Toms together and do a comparison for you lot out there, which I might do some point if I can get hold of them. But yeah, their Old Tom is a lovely beer, really nice. Really enjoy it. And you can't go wrong, can you? You really can't go wrong with that. It's a lovely beer. A lot of Robinson's beers, then the worst Robinson beer is not the terrible Robinson beer. I can't think of a really bad Robinson's beer. Maybe that Beardo one they did, or there's another one came out at the same time as Beardo in a little craft bottle. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't think much of it, but apart from them two, I think Dizzy Blonde was not bad beer. That was like a quite a low ABV session ale, golden ale, which was nice. The Iron Maiden beer line, let's face it, the Iron Maiden, team up with Robinsons has been very successful for both parties. Let's face it, they were really the first rock band to do that, and of course, there's been others kind of following behind them. But as far as distribution's concerned, I think the Robinsons Trooper line is, even Robinsons would admit, Trooper's been very successful, and I think they just brought out special edition of Trooper special edition labels on them. So it's worth investigating, getting hold of. Tell us whenever I do a live one. Hopefully, do these live things every week. Tell us exactly if you've got them. But yeah, Old Tom, it's a lovely bit. And what I liked about Old Tom is actually the old school bottle, the bottle with the etching of Robinsons on it. It's kind of like medicinal bottle in a way. It's like one of them bottles you get in a museum or an old kind of like pantry somewhere. These Old Tom bottles, they're so nice. So yeah, it is a lovely beer. Totally agree with you, Orbit Snoog, on that. It's fantastic stuff. So let me go in and have another drink. Lots of cucumbers. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So far in this live one, we've talked mostly about beer, thank God, and nothing else. But you never know. So, Orbit Snoog. There was the first. Oh, see if I can bring it up again. There was the first Motorhead IPA, which was excellent. I've heard that the new one made in the States is not great. You want to get, Orbit, is you want to go and get Cameron's Road Crew, which used to be available in Tesco's. And from the outset, you can check me review on it. From the outset, It's got a proper Motorhead label. It's he actually got blackcurrant in as well, which Lemmy used to like in his Jack Daniels, I think it did, and it was a really good beer. Not sure you can get hold of it still. Haven't seen it in Tesco's for a while, but I did do it. I think Asda do it as well. They did a tin with the glass and the bottle. It's a nice beer. I think it's better than Trooper. Check it out. Check it out, mate. So let's see what else has come up on the comments. This is from Thomas Metal 75. Hello, Thomas, mate. Eric back again. I'm now joining from my actual YouTube account. Thomas Metal, I'll subscribe to you. You subscribe to me. Nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you. Let's go on to the next comment. If I can bring it up, if I can bring it up, it's a bit notoriously for being a bit. This StreamYard thing's a bit. I like some. Yes, so do I, Terry. St. Peter's Brewery. They're kind of really old, really oldie worldy bottles, aren't they? There is a history behind that bottle, I have to say, Terry. And I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm trying to remember what it was. What was so the story behind the bowl? It's like a medicinal bowl. And actually, St. Peter's Brewery, talking about them, Terry, they do some pretty good beers as well. I remember the first time I started drinking ales years ago. One of my first beers was the St. Peter's one, and that was the organic ale, which was I haven't reviewed, so I need to review it. That was a lovely beer, and the blonde, the red ale. They've done some cracking beers, and I'd like to visit them as well. I always thought it'd be nice to go and visit them because they're based in Norfolk, if I remember rightly. Is it an old monastery in Norfolk? Yeah, I love beers with history behind them. You know, it's always nice to have something which is. It's always nice to have a nice beer in a nice can with a nice label, but it's always nice to have a beer with history. You know, I don't know what the generations will be like in future years. You know, beer drinking generations, whether they'll just go for the, beaver towns or whatever. But it's nice to, you know, look at the beers which got us drinking. I look at my old reviews now. This channel's been going nearly 5 years. It's not a long 5 years really for a channel, I suppose. But you look at it and you look at the early stuff where you got Fuller's ESB and I don't see Fuller's ESB about at all where I am, and stuff like that. And it's always nice to see beer progress, craft beer progress. But you always have to look back at the traditional stuff because without the traditional stuff, the old stuff, you won't have the new stuff. And it's like anything, a genre of beer drinkers, you could call it. But it's always exciting to see the craft beer, but it's always nice to go back to what you're familiar with, Theakston's, I was at Theakston, I don't know if anybody I don't know if you know, Terry, but I work for Theakston at the weekends. I do a bit of beer promoting for them. I do, go to some shows for them. I sell beer for them at the moment. I'm hopefully going to be doing supporting another brewery soon. I'll be leaving Theakston at some point. Most probably in about a month's time. I'm starting to go to another brewery to kind of like promote them. But it's always nice to go back to the, Shepherd's Knee, Theakston's, Black Sheep, Hook Norton, it's always nice to go back to traditional brewing. You know, the dray with the horses, the guy in suits, the whole aura of that, the whole presentation of it, the whole brewing methods of it, I find more interesting than say craft beer. That's my opinion. Tell me in the comments. See what we got coming up in the comments. Mr. Ronald, hello, mate. Nice to hear from you. I'm fine. Thank you very much. You're stuck in a factory tonight. I'll totally sympathise with you, mate. You're working overtime, which overtime, let's face it, is always good in a factory, isn't it? But beer o'clock is 2 a.m. So I hope you get off quickly and as ever, at 2 a.m., get down home and crack open a few after a hard working shift, because at the end of the day, beer always tastes better after you slog your guts out and got home from hard days, bit of graft. And you can't go wrong with that, can you, Mr. Ronald? That's the main thing. You work for your beer. If you work for your beer, it tastes better. That's my opinion of that, mate. So it's so nice to hear from you, mate. Hope you're doing well, and don't overdo it in the factory. Don't let your managers tell you too much. I'm not going to go any more into that. I know how you feel. Beer always tastes great after you've worked for it. Always has done. Doesn't taste as good when you're on holiday and things like that, but when you kind of like worked hard days graft in the summer's brilliant. It's boiling hot outside, and you've been working all day in a sweaty factory or whatever, and you get home and you just open your fridge, it's full of pilsners in the hot blazing sun, and you just crack open a few pilsners in the back garden. That is heaven. It really is. I remember years ago when I reviewed Badger's Hopping Hare years ago, and it was a blazing hot day, and it's a mediocre beer, Hopping Hare. Let's face it. Some people might think it's Badger's Hopping Hare's a below par mediocre beer, but it was a blazing hot day. I didn't have anything else, and that Hopping Hare was the best beer I've ever tasted. It really was. It's weird, isn't it, what the sun does to you? Weird, but you take it easy tonight, Mr. Ronald. Don't work too hard. Don't work too hard. So I make a toast to Mr. Ronald. Have a pleasant shift, mate. Cheers. Yeah, cucumber's still there. It's not run away. I like that beer. So, boys and girls, if you've just joined me, I've got. Oh, we have got another comment. We have another comment, and hopefully it'll turn up. Drawing Butterfly. I'll have to see if I sub to you, and I'll have to see if I sub to Thomas the Metal, whatever. We'll have to totally see if I sub to you. Thanks for coming back, as always. Thank you for joining me on this live one, because you haven't joined me before. So today, well, so far, we've talked a lot about beer, thank God, not about anything else. But like I say, any at the end of the day, it's a beer channel I do, and beer is what I love, and beer hopefully is what all you lot out there love. So it's always best to talk about them. So a question which came to me today. I've reviewed some beers today, and there's one question which came to me today, is that what are coming across, you get beers in a can, beers in a bottle. Beers in a can, the brewery calls themselves 9 times out of 10 these days a brewing company. Beers in a bottle, they call themselves a brewery. So what I know is it's kind of like I come across a beer from a brewery, which now is calling them a brewing company, but in their bottles they're calling themselves a brewery. So what I'm saying to you lot out there is, what's the difference between a brewing company and a brewery? Tell me, because I haven't got a clue. Is it some sort of fad? Is it some sort of, I don't know, trend? Tell me, please. I haven't got a clue. So, cheers to all the Brighton players today who stuffed Tottenham. I'm going to go in. Still got lots of cucumber, as always. So, boys and girls, I'm going to repeat myself again because this is always great doing this. It's got like feedback. It's always good to do these live things because it gives you feedback of what people have been watching on YouTube or whatever. The beer I've been drinking, if I can get it up there, is that one there. Just finished it. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. I like that. One of my favourite ones. Favourite sours is. Cracking. Next one I'm going to do is, I don't forget that. I don't know, this camera. It's always that way, isn't it? This is Disco Forklift Truck. The change can, it's not as good as what it used to be. Nah, it's not as good as what it used to be. Disco Forklift Truck. So let's crack this open, whack this in, like you do. Hopefully it'll be doing a good job on it, I have to say. There we go. Disco Forklift Truck. Oh, we've got another comment. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, Drawing Butterfly. It's coming up. You're correct. Best channel ever. Best channel ever. Am I? Am I the best channel ever? I wish I was. I can't remember what I was talking about. But if you're talking about me, oh, I wish I was. But I'm not. Far from it. Far from it. I wish I was the best channel ever. I'm just a normal guy. I like to drink beer. See, oh, we got another comment. This is from Mr. Ronald. Mr. Comment from Mr. Ronald. Absolutely. Oh, sorry up. Let's bring it up. Absolutely, mate. Totally agree, mate. The beer is well deserved after work. Easy money tonight. Only two of us here. No managers or pressure. Yes. That is, sometimes this is it, right? I ain't talking about stuff like this, on a Saturday night even. But let's face it, pressure in the workplace. No one deserves to get pressure in the workplace today. No one in their right mind, whatever job you're in or anything like that. Justification of someone above you to give you pressure to do something is completely wrong. And I think it's completely out of order because you never ever get any kind of like thanks for it whatsoever. So for managers to dish out pressure is totally wrong and bang out of order because at the end of the day, it's the manager who's under pressure, not you. But at the end of the day, the manager wants to put you under pressure so he can go in and get, the brownie points for himself. That's the way I see it, Mr. Ronald. That's the way I see it. And people don't realise what pressure does to people in a way. Anxiety levels go up, blood pressure goes up. So, yeah, totally with you on that. So, let's see what Mr. Mrs. Drawing Butterfly has to say. Seeing what comes up here on the next comment. Favorite little beer. Well, there's one beer, Drawing Butterfly, which I have to say, Lidl are doing great beers. The Gallaroo I reviewed the other week. Enjoyed it immensely for the price. Because when you review a beer, the price comes into reflection as well. You know, whatever you spend on a beer, the price comes in. Gallaroo I enjoyed. My favourite little beer has to be the Perlenbacher Pils. I think that is cracking. That is a fantastic example of a Pilsner. It really is. It's the price you pay for it as well comes into line as well. And for me, if I went into Lidl now, I would go for the Perlenbacher. I think the Perlenbacher Pilsner is fantastic. Um, and there's a little clue to that because I will be doing a video sometime comparing the Perlenbacher with the Weinbacher at some point. But the Perlenbacher, for me, is the best beer in Lidl, hands down, because Pilsner is a Pilsner style is a fantastic style of beer. You know, it's very universal. It's a style of beer which I think a lot of ale drinkers and lager drinkers like. So it crosses lines in a lot of different ways. And for me, the Perlenbacher Pilsner in Lidl is the best beer they do. Hand on heart. That's the beer I will go for time and time again because it's just cracking. It's just easy drinking. It's so easy drinking. You can just drink a shed load of it and really, really enjoy it. Really, really enjoy it. So that's for me the best beer. It really is. It's cracking stuff. Cracking stuff. Highly recommend it. Thank you for that comment, Drawing Butterfly, because it is a nice beer. It really is. Really is. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So I'm just going to go with this. What's this one? Disco forklift truck. Whatever it is. So cheers. Yeah, lots of mango in that. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice beer indeed. Cracking, actually. Just disappointed with what they've done with the can. You know, the can used to be brilliant. It used to have a little cartoon thing on and everything. It just looks a bit, well, boring in a way. Some people might think the old can used to be a bit, I don't know, immature, but sometimes these can designs get changed for the worse. This all makes me laugh. Right, I was just looking for a forum the other day. Which were goblins? Which were goblins? And they were going on about, oh, I was in Tesco the other day. I saw the Hobgoblin IPA, and with the old label, and I was looking for the one with the new label and stuff like that. And you think, well, why the hell are you so obsessed about labels? The beer will be the same in the bottles, irrespective of the label. God, some people. Anyway, let's see what we got in the comments because we've got a little comment coming up from Paul's Beer Reviews. Hello, mate. Nice to hear from you, mate. I've been watching you this week. I can't remember what you've done, but I've been watching you. I'll be honest, I've been watching you. Funny you should say Perlenbacher in Lidl because Weinbach is the best in Aldi. I think they're cracking. I think that both beers are cracking. I think being German, Aldi and Lidl, when it comes up with German style of beers, the Fest beer, Perlenbacher Fest beer was great. I think them two are the best beers in either store. I honestly do. I think because of what I said, they cross boundaries. Because I think ale drinkers would drink them, and I think lager drinkers would drink them. I just think for the money, they are pretty good. They are, pretty good beers. Let's face it. They easily gets the thumbs up from me, both of them. They could be the same bloody beer, all I know, in two different kind of labeled bottles, but it's something which I will do some point. And I think something that you might do as well is to compare the beers side by side. Um, Next weekend, I'm doing the Aldi Saint Etienne review. Then the following week, I'm going to put the Gallaroo and Etienne together to see which one's best, because I thought the Gallaroo was good. I thought it was a good beer. I haven't watched any reviews on that. I don't know if you've done that, Paul, but I thought the Gallaroo was, for the price, you can't complain. And I think with the Perlenbacher and the Weinbacher for the price, you're getting an absolute bargain out of the two beers, because they're nothing. So we got another comment. Drawing Butterflies is favourite beer. That is one of the hardest questions, Drawing Butterfly, you can ever ask a beer reviewer, especially me. Favourite beer. Where do you begin with a favourite beer? There's beers which I've done on this channel which stick out. There's beers which I've done on this channel which really do hit home for what they are. I think for me, a favourite beer is the complete package. The bottle, the presentation, what's inside the bottle or can, you know, backs up what is presented to you in a way. And I have, I'll tell you what, stay there. I've got my favourite beers. I'll keep my favourite beers in here. I'll show me favourite Belgian beer. Favourite Belgian beer. That's my favourite Belgian beer. That one there. I don't know if you can see that. That's a Rochefort 10. For me, that beer is head and shoulders above every other Belgian quad for me. I've got the Westy 12 in there. This for me beats everybody. Beats everybody, hands down. It's just beautiful, silky smooth. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful beer. But I have other favourite beers as well. That's my favourite Belgian beer. My favourite stout. My favourite stout is the Omnipollo Noah Pico Mud. That is an absolute beautiful beer. Again, a beautiful, beautiful beer. Beautiful, really is. That blew my mind when I reviewed it. It's just lovely. It's just beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. So, I could go on and go on in different styles, but the end of the day, it's all about. I haven't got a favourite overall beer. I really haven't, because when you go for all these different styles of beers, you start to appreciate all the different styles of beers. So you end up having favourites of a style of beer as opposed to an all-round favourite beer. It's just the way it is. It's when I first started doing this channel, I, I didn't really know much about the styles of beer, and of course you start to delve into it more, and you start to pick out examples of different styles of beer. You do, and after a while, these examples of different styles of beer become your favourite of that style of beer. So for me, it's all about it's a learning curve as such. But for me to say to you, what's my favourite beer? Impossible question. Impossible question. It all depends on mood, what mood I'm in, and it all depends on circumstance. So for me to tell you my favourite beer, impossible for me to tell you that. But good question. Good question as always, Drawing Butterfly. So thank you for that comment. Like I said, things are not so cut and dried in this game. Far from it. So I'll just have a bit more of this dry game. Cheers. Cracking stuff. Just stick these back. Next question. Anybody out there got a comment? Put it in. Oh, so yeah. I haven't got a favourite style of beer. Have I got a favourite style of? Have I got a favourite area? Favourite brewery? I've got favourite breweries. There's some breweries out there which really stick out. Brew York, Durham Brewery. Let's see what will come up. Oh, got no new comment. Stefan Bream. Hello, Stefan. Nice to hear from you. Perlenbagger is not a brewery. I didn't think it was a brewery. It's just a little bamboo bar brew house, Frankfurt at the Oder. Thank you for that, Stefan. It still doesn't make any difference to me. I still think Perlenbacher is the best Pilsner in Lidl. Best beer. Perlenbacher Pils is the best beer you can get in Lidl. It doesn't matter who brews it for me. It's still a cracking beer. It's just lovely. It's just goes on. It's just kind of like totally fits in with everything else for me. Summer's day, winter's day, any type of food. Yeah, definitely one of the best beers in Lidl. Let's see what we'll get. Mr. Ronald's come up with something, if I can bring it up. Popped into Morrison's earlier. They've upped their game, picked up 440 accounts, some new Northern Monk beers. I will go to Morrison's hopefully this week and check them out. I went last time I went to Morrison's was about 4 months ago. Can't remember what I had, but I would have a look. Obviously, this is a reaction to what Tesco have been doing. So I'd imagine after Morrison's have upped their game, others will follow suit. But yeah, it's great. It's great actually. Definitely great for being a beer reviewer at the moment. There's some great stuff coming out. As far as Northern Monk's concerned, I like Northern Monk. I like the patron stuff. Definitely. I get a bit mixed up if I've reviewed some Northern Monk beers to what I've had before. To be honest, it's because their cans are so similar. I just get a bit mixed up. But I will definitely pop in and see what they've got going, because I'm sure it'd be really good. I think they've got wild beer in Moz's at the moment as well, so I'm gonna check that out, see what they got in. But yeah, totally up for that, Mr. Ronald. I'll have a look myself. But like anything, I've been looking for Hofmeister. Anybody out there know where you can get hold of Hofmeister? I want to follow the bear, pick one up, because I need to do that one. Definitely. So tell us, anybody in the comments, where I can pick up Hofmeister. Cheers. Cracking stuff. So it's been a pretty good one tonight. We talked about beer, for Christ's sake. That's what we need to talk about. I will pop to Morrison's. We've had Stefan Bream pop up with Perlenbacher. I think I've got to send you my email, haven't I, Stefan, if you're still watching? I will do that. We've had Paul's beer reviews come up with Perlenbacher and Weinbacher, which I totally agree with. And so, yeah, it's been very productive tonight so far. We've hardly talked about anything else apart from beer, which it should be, because after all, I'm a beer channel. I'm nothing else. Nothing else. So, yes, fantastic stuff. So, yeah, anybody out there, tell me what you're drinking. What drinks are you drinking? Drawing Butterfly. What drinks are you drinking? Paul's beer reviews. What beers are you drinking, Stefan? Stefan, actually, if Stefan's still watching, what do you think of Schneider Weiss's what's that? Eisenbach. I've reviewed that a while back, but I love it. Tell us what other kind of German lagers you can get hold of in England and everywhere. Tell us, anything about beer, whatever. Mr. Wannell's just come up with a decent comment. I know it's decent because it's long. Let's see what he's come up with. Mr. Wannell says, it's just great that you can pop in the Mossels just around the corner from my house and can grab some 440 McKinnon's, a decent craft beer. Love it. It is, and it's great to see craft beer becoming more accessible now. I always remember that when it first came out, well, not first came out, when you had, lots of Cloudwater and anybody else do craft beer, it used to come out. It's quite a niche to it, wasn't it? It's kind of like you had to go to a bottle shop, specialist bottle shop, to pick them up and stuff like that. But now, because it's getting more accessible through supermarkets and the expansion of brewers as well. I know Vocation expanded, and I would say a lot of brewers like Northern Monk have expanded capacity and that to feed supermarkets. It's become very accessible for all, and I think it will just go from strength to strength. The only problem I have with craft beer is that, is it going to come to a plateau where you can't go any further with it? Is it going to come to a point where you can't go any further with craft beer? What is after craft beer? After they've explored every flavour under the sun, where do you go with it? That's the only, not worry, I would say it's a concern. It's kind of like they'll get to a point after doing all these bizarre combinations of flavours and adjuncts and stuff like that, where you get to a point where you think, well, where do we go from here? Where do we go? Because with craft beer, for me, it's all about experimentation. It's all about pushing boundaries. It's all about creating something completely new for everybody. So where do you go after a certain point? Where do you go and think, well, we've come to a point where we've done everything? Where do we go? Where do we go? As I keep repeating myself time and time again. But yeah, it's good to see, as always. You should never forget the traditionalists, the old school brewers as well. That's important. Don't get too carried away with it. That's my motto with craft beer. It's nice to see it now on the shelves and that, but some of it, especially the ones in Tesco's, I have to say, some of it's been pretty shy, to be honest. Even with the the classy labels on the cans, some of it you think, God, that's pretty shit. That disappointing in a way. Which it doesn't matter what you put on a can, doesn't matter what you put on a bottle. If that beer is shit in it, then it's not worth touching, I suppose. So I'm always wary. People follow trends and that in craft beer. Definitely people to start follow the flock. I do think sometimes brewers do follow the flock without getting their own identity in that. I think, when Beavertown first came out with the brightly coloured cans and the distinctive design on the cans, I think a lot of craft brewers decided to kind of follow down that road as well. And maybe because Drygate have changed their can to that design, maybe they thought they were too much like Beavertown, and they might have. But who knows what goes behind? Who knows what goes behind? Ideology of craft brewers in a way. But no, each to their own. Anyway, I'm gonna go in. Cheers. As long as the quality of the beer doesn't diminish, that's the main thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, the quality of the beer is the most important thing. However you dress it up, however you present it, you know, to the man on the street who isn't a seasoned beer drinker, who just wants to drink the odd 4-pack now and again on a Friday night. Craft beer and the way it's presented offers an alternative, offers a refreshing alternative to that type of person. To someone who drinks beer a lot, i.e., likes me and you, it's a little bit different. Let's see what we got. This is from Orbit Snoogs, LA Guns and Comics Heaven. If I can show it, it'll come up. Controversial one here. Will Brexit be a good thing for British brewing? Depending on what the final outcome of terms are in Brexit, I think it will be. I think it will be good for British brewing. What you do not want, and this is what I worry about, is the Scottish law. You know, the pricing law regarding strength and the pricing in alcohol volume. I think it should not be, you know, that should not be something which you should, you know, put in place. So yeah, I think it will be good for British brewing. Rubbish if you want to buy Belgian beer. I think Belgian beer will become harder to get hold of. Apart from the Duvels and the Lefts, I think Belgian beer might be a bit more tricky to get hold of. We've got loads of comments going up, so let's see what we have. We have one. Boom. Comments are popping up everywhere, so let's see what we got. We have one from Slime Sky. Slime Sky is on. Slime Sky is on. Slime Sky is here. Let's see what he comes up with. You have a very good channel because you're a very true, genuine person. Thank you very much, Slime Sky. I haven't heard from you for a while. I haven't done the Tesco beer you used to go on about, but it's always nice to hear from you. And I'm totally appreciate that comment. So thank you very much, my man. Thank you very much indeed. So we have another comment from somebody I don't know, and this is from Vincent Garzon. Hello, Mr. Vincent Garzon. Do you cuss a lot? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. I've never heard of that saying. Cuss. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. I'm not into. I don't know what. Honestly, I don't know what you're going on about. I haven't got a clue what he's saying. Vincent Garzon says, I haven't got a clue. This might be interesting. Might be a laugh. Hey, bro. I know it, bro. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Carson. I haven't got a clue what you mean, but it's nice for you to comment. It's nice for you to watch us, as ever. I've got to show this because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Vincent Garzon, that is good, bro. That is good. If you think that's good, Mr. Garzon, I think it's good too, bro. Yeah, man. Let's see what else it goes. This is what I like. I love all this stuff. Show it. Is it coming up? Bro, I've missed bro. Bro, I've missed you too, bro. I've missed you too, bro, because I missed bro too. Totally agree with you, Mr. Garzon. should I say, Garzon. Um, um, good homie do. Good homie do. Good homie do. Don't ban me, but bro, I'll never ban you, Mr. Garzon. I wouldn't. You're a class act, Mr. Garzon. You really are. Um, so let's go and show what's coming up. We got a comment from Slime Sky. If I can pick it up, Mr. Slime Sky. If I can pick this up, is he going to come up? Thanks, dude. How do we send beer to you to review? Mr. Garzon, Mr. Garzon. I'm getting Vincent Garzon on the plane. Slime Sky. If you email, this is anybody who wants to send me beer, email me at Northern Southerner Beer Reviews at Gmail. But when you do the Southern, it's ENER, not ERNER. It's Northern Southerner. So SOUTHENER beer reviews at Gmail. Send me an information and I will get back to you and we'll swap beers or whatever you want to do, Slime Sky. Paul's beer reviews just coming up with a very intelligent comment, which is always great to see. What's his skis on? I haven't got a clue, bro. I haven't got a blue glow, but don't ban me, bro. That's the way to see it. I haven't got a clue, bro. I haven't got a clue. This is great. Next one is from Orbit. Snoog LA Guns. Let's see what he comes up with. Orbit, get lost. I hope you're not talking to me to get lost. Yeah, Mr. Garzon, you're talking about get lost. Hey, I'm just easy going, you know. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, I put, you know, I can't believe, you know, whatever people put up on my channel, I don't care, to be honest. I'm always good for a laugh. You know, it's always good to have people just having a laugh. And that's what it's all about. So let's come up with the comments again. This is from Paul's Beer Reviews. Cracking bloke, Paul's Beer Reviews. I do like watching him. Had a good beer from Thornbridge this week. That wasn't dark. Can you believe that? Thornbridge for me, they're available everywhere, aren't they, Thornbridge? I did see a beer the other week in a shop, which I should have picked up. It was their Satsuma, which says it all. Thornbridge for me, you know, they are a steady, solid brewer. You know, they're not going to produce shit. They're not going to give you any shit, are they? At the end of the day. So yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, Paul. Hope you enjoyed it. We've got another comment coming up, if I can bring it up as ever. Oh, from Stefan Bree. What is your favourite style of beer? Wheat beer, bock beer, or just a lager pils? I like all styles, especially when it comes to German beers, Stefan. For me, Germany produce the finest wheat beer and produce the finest lagers in the world. Germany, for me, produce them two styles of beer. For me, no one can touch them. You know, Oktoberfest beers, no one can touch them on it. Obviously, Box I like. My favourite wheat beer is Weinstephen's Hefeweiss beer. I love it. Absolutely love that beer. Franziskaner and Erdinger and all the rest for me. Weinstephen, fantastic. Schneider Weiss Eisbock was fantastic. Augustina Lager was brilliant. But it's all fantastic stuff. It really is. And long may it continue. We know it will continue. But the style of beer for me, I love all styles of beer, and that's the way to see it as. But you know, where the German perspective of it, for me, lagers and wheat beers, no one can touch them. They're brilliant, brilliant. Every time I get a German lager, I know it's got to be good. I've never had a bad German lager in my life. I've never had a bad German wheat beer in my life. So for me, that's the main thing for me. That is the main draw for me. So thank you for that comment, Stefan. So we've gone on Slime Sky. See what Slime Sky has to say. If I can get him up, get Slime Sky up. Okay, dudes, I'm very keen for you to try some Bishop Nick beers, but they're very local to you. Braintree. I've never been to Braintree. Is that Essex? Braintree? Slime? Yeah, no, but what we'll do, if you want, we'll swap some beers. If you want, I'll send you some Northern beers. We'll do that. Anybody who wants to send us something, Stefan, if you want to send us something or whatever, just kind of like we'll swap beers or whatever. I'll try and get some Northern beers sent to you, and we'll do it that way if you want. Yeah, I'll be very keen. Yeah. Like I said, anybody who wants to get in contact with me through email, it's Northern Southerner. So it's Northern Southerner, SOUTHENER, beer reviews at Gmail. Send us anything, and we'll talk, and we'll go from there on it. So anybody, it's greatly appreciated, and we'll swap and whatever. And that's what it's all about, really. So it's great, yeah. So let's see what we got. So by the way, mate, this is from Terry's Quick Beer Reviews. He goes, how did you get on with your quest to get some Gaddaus? Completely disastrous, Terry. Cannot get them where I am. Cannot get them anywhere where I am. I'm about 300 mile up north, so there's not in a cat and nails chance. I checked Beer Hawk, Beer Wolf, but could not get hold of them. So sorry on that. So I couldn't get hold of it. So Paul's beer reviews. If I can show it, he's coming up. What are you doing? Yeah, well, I said disco forklift truck. Oh, that one there, Paul. It's nice, not bad at all. Just had that one as well. It's okay as well. Check them out. I don't know if you reviewed them. Tell us if you have. Tell us what you think, Paul. Simon Sky says, just out of interest, do you work in brewery and what one and how long? I've worked part time, so it's kind of a part time thing. So yeah, I do on the weekend, but 6 months in length. Theakston's, hopefully be doing something else in the next couple of weeks, actually going on to another different brewery. So yeah, fantastic stuff. So yeah, so I might wrap this one up like you do. It's been a great one tonight. It's been fantastic, and I shall see you all soon on my next one. It's always a pleasure to talk to you boys out there. So yeah, it's fantastic doing this. So yeah, I'll just see all of you on my next one. So cheers, everybody. Cheers, everyone.